to story time. So today we are going to listen to another story from the Upanishads, and today's story is from the Chandogya Upanishad. In ancient India, there lived a wise and learned person, Uddalaka. He had a son, Svetaketu. And when the son turned 12, Uddalaka sent him to a Gurukul to gain the knowledge of the Vedas. When the education was over and Svetaketu returned, the father noticed a change in him. He saw that there was an air of arrogance or overconfidence. And so he asked him, "Dear son, have you learned the essence of the Vedas? Do you know that by which the eye can see the unseen, the ear can hear the unheard, and the mind can know the unknown?" Svetaketu got confused and asked his father, "What do you mean, O dear father?" And Uddalaka explained, "Have you learned that by knowing which everything in the world becomes known?" Svetaketu asked him, "What is this teaching, father?" And the father explained, "When you know one lump of clay, you know everything that is made of clay in the world. When you know one nugget of gold, you understand about all the golden ornaments. And when you know about a pair of iron tongs, you know everything that there is to know about all the iron tools in the world." Now Svetaketu told his father, "I do not know this, O father, please teach me." And the father very kindly obliged. Uddalaka told him, "As you wish, dear son, listen. In the beginning, there was an ocean of unlimited, unbounded, infinite consciousness. And that ocean of being thought to itself that I am one, let me become many. And he created light. Now the light thought, I am one, let me become many. And it created water. The water too thought, I am one, let me become many. And it created matter. And thus it was that this infinite, limitless ocean of consciousness created light, water and matter, and the three now multiplied and created the entire universe. This infinite source of consciousness, this infinite source of all beings in the universe is also that source from which you are created. Tattvam asi Svetaketu, you are that." Now Svetaketu just told his father, "Tell me more, O dear father." And the father said, "As you wish." So the father said, "Come with me to the orchard." And he took him outside and showed him a beehive where the bees were busy collecting honey. The father explained that the nectar may come from different flowers, but the honey does not think, I am from the apple blossom or I am from the cherry blossom. It just knows itself as honey. And this is the self which is the essence of all beings. This is the self which is that ocean of pure consciousness, that essence of the world from where everybody is created. You too are created from that. Tattvam asi, O Svetaketu, you are that. Now Svetaketu was totally captivated. He said, tell me more, O father." And the father said, "As you wish, come with me to the riverside." And they went to the riverside and saw the water gushing away. As the water flowed, the father explained, all the rivers flow either towards the east or the west, but finally merge into the sea. Once they enter the sea, they do not think, I am the Ganga or I am the river Shipra. They just know themselves as the sea. And this is the truth. This is the self which unifies. All the beings come from the self and after death go back into the self. But finally, it is that infinite source and the essence in all. This is the truth, and of that you are created. Tattvamasi, O Svetaketu, you are that. Svetaketu wanted more. He said, tell me more, O dear father, please teach me more. And the father replied, "As you wish. Bring me a fruit from the banyan tree." So Svetaketu went outside, looked at the banyan tree, and from one of the long slender branches picked out a fig fruit and brought it to his father. The father told him, "Break it open." When he broke it open, the father asked him what he saw. And Svetaketu said that he could see the seeds. Now the father instructed him to break open one seed and tell him what he saw. When Svetaketu broke open the seed, he said he could see nothing. There was nothing inside. And the father said, "Yet from that nothing which you can't see, a great and ancient tree such as this has come out and sprouted." Similarly, the self is not seen, it is unmanifest, but from that sprouts the entire creation. And you too have come from that. Tattvamasi Svetaketu, you are that. Svetaketu was spellbound. He wanted to listen to more of this, and so he begged his father to teach him more. And the father said, "As you wish. Bring me a glass of water and add some salt in it, and come back to me tomorrow." And Svetaketu did as he was told. The next day the father told him to bring the salt that was put in the water. When Svetaketu came back with that glass of water, Svetaketu told his father that the salt had dissolved, so he could not pick out the salt and give it to him. Now the father told him, "Take a sip from the top of the glass and tell me how does it taste." Svetaketu took a sip and said, "It is salty." Now the father smiled and told him, "Pour out some of the water and take a sip from the middle portion of the glass and tell me how does it taste." Svetaketu sipped the water and said, "It is salty." Now the father told him, "Pour out some more water till there is very little water remaining in the glass. Take a sip from the bottom portion of the glass and tell me how does it taste." Now Svetaketu sipped the water and told the father that this too was salty. And the father explained that just as salt was there in every drop of water, the self too is there in every part of creation. It is everywhere, all pervading. This is the truth. This is that ocean of consciousness, the essence in all, the source of all. And Svetaketu, Tattvamasi, you are that. Svetaketu was very happy. He was beginning to understand more and more. But he wanted some more. So he told his father, "Please teach me more." And the father said, "As you wish. Imagine that there is a person who is blindfolded in the desert. He is wandering here and there, lost and cannot reach home. At that point, if a person were to come there, remove the blindfold and show him the direction homewards, then that person is sure to reach home. Isn't it true?" In the same way, the self is that which removes the darkness of ignorance. Knowing the nature of one's own self, one can never be lost. It is of the nature of knowledge. And this is the truth. This is that ocean of consciousness, the essence of all, the source of all. Of that you also are created. Tattvamasi Svetaketu, you are that. And now Svetaketu understood the truth. Then the father said, "When you have known this essence of life, you have seen the unseen, heard the unheard, known the unknown. And this is the true teaching of the Veda." And Svetaketu understood. Even years later, when he himself became a great teacher in the court of King Janaka, he always remained humble, for he had understood his true nature, the nature of his own self, which is the self in all beings. So dear listeners, this was the story about how Svetaketu got the highest knowledge. I hope you liked today's story, And if you did, do subscribe to the channel and share the story with your family and friends. And I will be back with another story from the Upanishads next Thursday. Until we meet again, Hari Om.